With the air date of Outlander Season 7 just around the corner, the hype around the show and the cast is sparkling once more. But we all know why some of the ladies got into the show, and it's Sam Heughan. Don't try to hide it, we already know! So if you're part of the population currently crushing on the Scottish hottie, this video is just for you. First up, here are some things you didn't know about Sam Heughan. Starting with, Sam has a background in theater. Most people are familiar with Sam Heughan from his roles in Outlander and other television shows, but many are unaware that he is also an accomplished stage actor. His work in the play Outlying Islands even earned him a Laurence Olivier Award nomination, which is the British equivalent of the American Tony Award, kind of. Among his prominent theater roles are Macbeth in Macbeth and Paris in Romeo and Juliet. Next, he's secretly Batman. Yup, your eyes aren't deceiving you. The handsome Scot once played the famous Caped Crusader Batman himself in a stage show called Batman Live. It was a touring show that ran between 2011 and 2012, premiering at the Manchester Evening News Arena. The story followed the origin of the amazing Batman and Robin partnership. Sam said on his role as Bruce Wayne that the role was ridiculously amazing. It was one of those jobs you never think you'll ever do. Just imagine him in a black costume and dark makeup. Does this make him even more crush material? Or does this make him even more crush material? Sorry, folks, but there's just no room for disagreement. He is also Alexander the Great. In 2010, Heughan was cast in an action-adventure film called Young Alexander the Great. He played Alexander. It was a coming-of-age story about Alexander's rise to world conqueror and him having to prove his worth to his father, King Philip. No, the film isn't on Netflix, but you can buy a DVD version if you want to swoon over a younger version of your favorite actor. And if someone asks, you're totally watching it for the plot. Next, he's a real-life hero. While he was starring in Batman Live, Heughan helped the police track down and catch an alleged thief. He said that he was looking through records and DVDs when he saw a thief trying to steal DVDs. The guard tried stopping him, but the thief just started throwing hands. That's where Sam comes in. He threw the robber to the ground and held him there until the authorities showed up. And they showed up some 15 to 20 minutes later. He's like a male version of the Powerpuff Girls, except he's 6'2", real, and doesn't wear pastels. Okay, that was a terrible comparison. Moving on. And now for King's Crystal. Sam Heughan once appeared in an episode of Midsummer Murders, an ongoing top-rated British detective drama that has aired for 22 seasons now and seems to know no end. The show is an adaptation of the Chief Inspector Barnaby novels written by Caroline Graham. He played Ian King in the episode titled King's Crystal and dealt with Masonic rights and intense business rivalries. Did you know he was rejected 7 times for Game of Thrones? We can't picture anyone saying no to Sam Heughan for a role, but the makers of Game of Thrones did. 7 times too. Heughan auditioned for the roles of Renly, Loras, and some members of the Night's Watch. And guess what? He got rejected for every single one. Just look at that face and tell us he wasn't perfect for a role in the series. At least Sam knows it was their loss. But Outlander fans are happy because we can't picture anyone else playing Jaime except him. Surprise, he's not a ginger! For those of you who've only known Sam for his role in Outlander, boy do we have news for you. Jaime Fraser may have red hair, but Sam Heughan does not. He's actually blonde and only changed his hair to fit the description of his role as Jaime in Outlander, who is described in the books as being ginger. Not gonna lie, the auburn hair suits him a lot more, gives him a kind of a dark, mysterious edge, wouldn't you agree? Next, he might be the next 007. Fans of the James Bond movies have been desperately awaiting news about the next 007 after Daniel Craig stepped down from the role after No Time to Die. Tom Hardy, Regé-Jean Page, and Idris Elba are among the big shot actors suggested for the incredible role. But Sam Heughan is also in the running for the role, and he is among the favorites. Heughan has been longing for this position since the early 2000s. Looking back on auditioning for 2006's Casino Royale, Heughan recalled, "I was called in when they were doing Bond 21, so before they had Daniel again, he said he would jump at the opportunity to play the next 007. He hasn't officially begun talks with Bond bosses Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson, but we hope he will soon. Now, for Sam Heughan as Jaime Fraser. This man is grotesque. We can't cast him. Gabaldon, the writer behind the Outlander novels, was definitely not in favor of casting Sam as Jaime, to say the least. Her exact first impression reaction upon seeing the Scotsman? This man is grotesque. We would really love to see what picture Google showed her before Diana is definitely wrong. Grotesque is definitely not on the list of adjectives we'd use for Sam, but at least she changed her mind after watching his audition videos. 5 seconds later, Sam Heughan was gone, and it was just Jamie Fraser. He nailed this one scene just perfectly. He had the exact right combination of menace, sex, everything, she said when asked about it later. Next, Liam Neeson and Sean Connery could have been cast as Jamie. Way back before peak TV, the Outlander adaptation was envisioned as a feature film, and Gabaldon admitted that Liam Neeson and Sean Connery were among the contenders to play Jamie Fraser. Thank God Heughan showed up on time because he's perfect for the role. Sometimes we forget his name is Sam and not Jamie. And now, Jamie and Claire's chemistry was instant. Did you know that Claire was the toughest role to cast? Outlander's casting director says Balf's screen test with Heughan sealed her casting. This was when she literally sealed the deal and got the show. There is enough spontaneity and genuine affection and good humor between the two of them that it spoke volumes about their potential relationship. And we totally agree, they look like the perfect on-screen couple. So apparently, Jamie takes years to get ready. When you think of all the beautiful looks Claire wears, you may think Balf spends most of his time in the makeup chair, but that couldn't be further from the truth. A majority of the time is spent applying Jamie's back prosthetics. On average, Wendy Kemp Forbes takes 2 hours and 20 minutes to apply all of Heughan's makeup. He's a lovely man, but none of them are that patient in the chair, Forbes claims. Heughan, on the other hand, says that he has to suffer between 4 and 5 hours of sitting or standing to get his makeup done. Ladies, the next time someone tries to crack a "woman takes so long to get ready" joke, you know which receipts to pull out. Next, they're so liberating. Heughan liked the freedom that came with wearing the kilts in season 1. He admitted that he loved wearing the kilt and felt very comfortable in it. Apparently, it's also very comfortable to ride a horse in a kilt, he says. And he doesn't wear anything under the kilts. Do what you want with that information. And now, Jamie shouldn't have gotten involved. Heughan believes Jamie shouldn't have ever gotten involved with Claire. He was asked what he would tell his season 1 self if he could time travel like Claire. He said that he'd asked Jamie not to go near her because she would turn his life into a mess. He further elaborated that every time Jamie looks at her, he sees his own demise because he knows he would do just about anything for her. What a lucky woman you are, Claire. Finally, he knows the ending. Yes, Heughan knows how the novels end, and no, he won't tell us. Secrecy is part of his job description, but we just wish he was more of a rule breaker. Sam was asked in an interview if he knows how the series will end, and he said that he does, and he may be the only one who knows beside another executive producer, Diana. The writer emailed him the last chapter from the last novel, and as far as he knows, he's the only cast member she sent it to. This could mean Jamie is part of the ending, so that's good news. We also know that the series is supposed to have a happy ending, so now you can stop being so anxious about watching the show and waiting for something bad to happen to your favorite character. That's a wrap for this video. Do you prefer Sam with blonde hair or auburn? Do you think he should have been cast for Game of Thrones? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.